Hello and welcome to Neighborhood Real Estate Update, where we bring you hyper-local, timely, and accurate information about real estate in zip codes all over San Diego County. Today is May 24th, 2023. We are already almost at the end of May, already almost halfway through 2023. Very hard to believe. Today we are taking a look at 92127. One of the most diverse zip codes in the I-15 corridor. This zip code is still within the Poway School District. However, there are housing types ranging from entry-level condos and homes built in the early to mid-1970s all the way to multi-million-dollar estates out in Santaluz and the Crosby and Fairbanks Ranch and places like that. So we are going to be breaking this zip code up into three different chunks to take a look at what is happening with those varying housing types and very different markets, very different price points anyway, but we'll see if those markets are actually performing differently than each other. So without further ado, let us jump right into it and get my big head out of the way. So the first part that we are going to look at here is going to be, let me show you on the map here. We are going to take a look at what is known generally as West Rancho Bernardo, although that is a fairly general way to reference this area. You do have, it is West Rancho Bernardo. However, you have Westwood, you have High Country West, you have Bernardo Springs, and a couple of other little neighborhoods in there. Basically everything roughly built before 1999, because as you get into the newer properties, you're out here in Forest Ranch and Del Sur, which are kind of, I won't say one and the same, but very similar. So we look at those together, and then we're going to look at these more custom, more expensive gated communities out here at the Crosby and Santaluz, and these areas out here to the west, before you get into Rancho Santa Fe. Although some of these homes out here do have Rancho Santa Fe post office boxes, and I think that probably helped when they were selling them to sell for more money. Anyway, let's look at what we call West Rancho Bernardo first, and let's get into this comparative market analysis summary that we like to look at. So as we've been seeing, before I move on, I should mention total inventory right now, total number of homes for sale in the county is 2239. So when we looked on Monday, it was over 2,300, and that was the first time we've seen it go over 2,300 in many, many months. And as I mentioned on Monday, as the week wears on, we will expect this number to decrease a bit, and it has, but not by much. So we are still fluctuating between that 21 and 2,300 number pretty much. So inventory, number of homes for sale, remains relatively constant for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Now, getting into West Rancho Bernardo, like many other zip codes, we are seeing a low number of properties for sale, only 12. So there's 12 for sale with an average market time of 27 days. And as you can see right here, we've got one at 138 days that is pulling this 27 days up. It should be less without this property here on West Bernardo Drive. And these folks need to take a look at their pricing, because apparently 630 is not getting it done. And if you price too high, you know what we say at Neighborhood Real Estate Update: if you price too high, it's not going to fly, even in this market. So 12 active with an average market time of 27 days and 20 pending. So like most of the other zip codes that we're checking out here on Neighborhood Real Estate Update, we have quite a few more pending than we do active, which means that demand continues to outpace supply, which means prices are still experiencing upward pressure and extreme upward pressure in some cases. So with these 20 pending properties, we have an average market time of 25 days, which is about the same as the market time for the active properties. We have a couple of longer market times in this batch here, 110 days, 50 days, 57 days, so 71 days. Those are pulling the average up a bit, but still 25-day average is below 30, which is really, really fast in real estate. Just ask somebody trying to sell homes in Iowa if they'd like a 25-day average market time. Okay, so not to pick on Iowa, but that just popped into my mind. Could be Nebraska, it could be any other state where it takes a long time to sell a house because demand is low. So 12 active, 20 pending, 18 sold in the last 30 days, which means that the pending number and the sold in the last 30-day number are basically the same. So 18 units sold in the last 30 days with an average market time of 27 days. Very consistent there with the average market time. And let's look at our list to sale price ratio here. Let's see, well, we have a couple of really long market times. Here's another one of these on West Bernardo Drive that took 233 days to sell, and they finally got 560 for it. If you'll remember, we have one up here where they're trying to get 630, and it looks like the comp for that property is around 560. Interesting. Also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, I believe a model match here. 3-2, yeah, model match. So yeah, that's really not going to fly if you're trying to get that much more than the last comp. You can't be that cheeky about it. You can't be cheeky, got to be sneaky. There's another saying for you, another Eric Edelmanism. And by cheeky, I mean you got to price low, get multiple offers, and pull the price up. Don't start out asking for the sun and the moon, because it just won't fly. So anyway, after 233 days, they finally settled at 560 on that one, so it's below asking price. This one is at asking price, and I would bet, okay, here's just a little below. A lot of these now are gonna be over. This one's over, right at asking price. A little under, interesting, after 0 days. Boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna reserve comment on these 0 market time listings here. These folks had buyers before they listed. That's what happens with these. And well, I really believe this seller right here probably sold themselves short by not letting this property percolate for a couple of days. They took less than they were asking, and obviously they were happy with that, so that's fine. I would have let it sit a couple days and see what happens. Anyway, 5 days on the market here, over asking price. 10 days here, over asking price. 42 days here, again over asking. This one is 25,000 under. This one's over. This one's over. This one's way over. This one's a little under, and this one's at asking price. So a pretty standard distribution here. I would guess if you average this out, it's looking like the historical average of about 98% list to sale price ratio. So that's what's happening in Old West Rancho Bernardo, or West Rancho Bernardo, or whatever you want to call that area. Again, several neighborhoods in there. High Country West goes to Turtleback Elementary, very popular. Westwood goes to Westwood Elementary and has the Westwood Club, also very popular. Really great housing in there. Now, let's jump into this 4S Ranch and Del Sur space, which is just to the west and a few years newer. 54 total properties there. And looking at the comparative market analysis summary, let's see how the distribution of active, pending, and sold looks like. 16 active, average market time 18 days, that's low, and 20 pending. So again, more active than pending, but not a ton more, more pending than active, but not a ton more. We had, it was 12 to 20 in old Rancho Bernardo and 16 to 20 here in Forest Ranch in Del Sur. Higher property prices, higher HOAs, Melrose, a little bit tougher sell in these neighborhoods. And it seems, based on the number of pending, that supply and demand are somewhat in balance here, but certainly more pending than active. So 18 days average on the active, 21 days average on the pending, and in the last 30 days we've had 18 sold. So look at that, very even market here, 16, 20, 18. And then the average market time, wow, 65 days on the sold. There must be one in here that's really ugly. Yes, 370 days on the MLS for that one. And looking at the sale prices here, I'm seeing over, a little under, over, a little under, over, a little bit under, over. Oh, right at asking price, a little under, a little bit under on this one, a little bit under on that one, over on that one, and tiny bit under on this one. So, again, probably right around 98% list to sale price ratio. And finally, let's check out the really expensive stuff. The Crosby, Santaluz, the lakes, places like that. All 92127, very different kinds of housing though in terms of price. Okay, let's get to our comparative market analysis summary. 92127 is always a little longer video. We try and get through it quick, but we gotta tell you what's going on here. Okay, so 25 active with an average market time of 33 days. Now look at this. When you get into these higher price points, this one snuck in there. This one doesn't belong. I'm not sure how it got in there. I'm going to ignore it. But 25 active, only 14 pending. So when you get into the higher price points here, supply is over demand. So if you want to buy a $4, $5, $7, $10 million house, I could probably get you a decent deal. Just give me a call. 44 days on average for these 14 pendings, and then only 9 sold in the last 30 days. And we're looking, this one went over asking price, this one under, this one at asking price, this one under, this one under, this one under, this one under, this one right at asking price after 7 days. Can you imagine putting a $7.7 million property on the market and selling it in 7 days? That's just incredible. And then this one under. So list to sale price ratio in this price band here is not performing as well as in the lower price bands, although that is to be expected. I would assume there are just less people running around with $8.1 million to spend or $2.7 million to spend. It's just not as easy to sell homes at this price point. So 46 days on average for those, 9 sold in the last 30 days. So that is what is happening in 92127. We'll come back and take a look at it again next month. I appreciate you hanging with me through that. I hope it was helpful. And if you like this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We will be back tomorrow with San Diego market update. No, it's, sorry. San Diego Market Watch tomorrow, Thursday. We will do San Diego Market Watch and let you know what's going on in the entire county. Just remember that today we had 2,239 on the market. We'll see what it is tomorrow, and we'll see how the active pending and sold has performed over the last 7 days. Give you an update on interest rates and all that good stuff. So until then, take it easy, and we'll see you later.